So when I rewatched config and started chatting with different designers in the UIcollective.co community or on Twitter, one thing I realized is that everyone had questions on how to build responsive breakpoints using variables and modes, but all the content out there, even that released by Figma, is far too complex. So what I did is I went and broke it down into its simplest form. So today, we're going to look at how to build responsive breakpoints using our variables and modes so that when a rectangle is dragged between, it adjusts. So here we have a desktop, and our rectangle, when dragged into our tablet, will adjust to a tablet width, and when dragged into our mobile, will adjust to a mobile width. Let's get started. So let's get started with adding some frames to the canvas. So let's add a desktop. Let's also add tablet. And let's also add an iPhone. Again, it doesn't really matter which ones, but it's just for the purposes of this exercise. Next, let's add a local variable that will specify the specific width that a rectangle should have when dragged between each of the different breakpoints, because something that fits in desktop might not fit in tablet and might not fit in an iPhone. So let's open up our local variables, and just in a blank collection, let's add a number variable. We're going to call this rectangle width. Oops. So now let's add some modes. Again, one for each breakpoint, and then 3, and let's rename these. So this will be our desktop mode. This will be here our tablet mode, and this here will be our mobile. Let's set the width to 1200. Again, these are just sample numbers for now. When building your own responsive prototypes, it's important to follow your own brand standards. Maybe you want more gap on either side or more padding, excuse me. So again, the numbers here are just for the purposes of this exercise. Let's set our tablet to 750 and our mobile to 300. So again, what this is saying is that when a rectangle is dragged between each of our different breakpoints, they're going to take each of these individual widths. So let's demo this. So I'm going to draw a rectangle and then drag it into the frame. Next, what I'm going to do is set the width to our rectangle width variable. So I'm going to hit that and then select rectangle width. However, we're not done just yet, because if I copy and paste this rectangle and I drag it into our tablet, I can see that it doesn't adjust. And that's because Figma has no way of knowing which mode or breakpoint our frames are set to. So what we want to do is set this frame here to our desktop frame. So let's change that variable mode, and let's set that to desktop. And let's also make sure that this here, our rectangle, is set to auto, which it is. And then let's do the same for our tablet. So let's set our frame to tablet, and I can see that the width adjusts because it is set to auto. So essentially what auto is saying is that it's going to take the width or take the dimensions of whatever the outer parent frame is set to, whether it's desktop, tablet, or mobile. Let's then do the same for our mobile itself. Set that. Let's change this to our mobile, and I can already see that our rectangle adjusts. So let's just have one last demo. Let's copy and paste. Let's change this to blue so I can see it set to mobile. When I drag it into tablet, that width adjusts to our width for our tablet. And then when I drag it into desktop, I can see that that adjusts as well. And there you have it. Thanks so much for watching today. I'd like to invite everyone to join UIcollective.co. You'll get free access to all of our training, all of our courses, access to our Slack channel as well, where you can chat with myself, my partner Mike, directly for any Figma questions you might have. And you also get access to sweet templates like this one, such as our token map. Perfect for design system, designers looking to organize their colors, their styles, whatever it may be. And that link will also be in the description. Hope to see you soon.